Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at America's greatest comic magazine, Savage Dragon, number 273. My goodness, what a milestone. The 275th huge issue is coming up, and we are really not that far from 300. What will happen then? Who knows? But today we are looking at issue 273, America's greatest X-rated superhero comic magazine. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. Bloodbath. Love the cover. Love the bombastic. You know, Eric Larson very much is like a fan of the Marvel comics from the 70s, and it shows all over the place. Right on down to having Jack Morelli be the letterer on the book. Savage Dragon by Eric Larson. Jack Morelli letterers. Nicholas Koutsis colors, Mike Torres flats, and Gavin Higginbaum editor. Josh Eichhorn impassable when wet. I don't need to add anything to that hilarious statement right there. Savage Dragon Bloodbath. Great splash page. I kind of love a splash page without, like, just with bold figures and, like, no background. So great. I love that the credits are over here, but they're also part of the story as well. That feels like, you know, a traditional comic book. It's so interesting to me, because they say, like, this is the X-rated comic book, and it really is. It's very interesting, because I read it because it's such a great superhero comic book, and I love the art, I love the coloring, and I feel like you just never know where it's going to go. And plus, these amazing double-page spreads are worth the price of admission alone. You can always count on it, and I love it. It's such a nod to Kirby, who always did his double-page spreads. And Eric Larson really does them so well. I love how he is never afraid to make the character just as big as he possibly can. There's a lot of fun things going on with his art. I mentioned in the past, probably a couple Dragon reviews, that it looks like he's having fun experimenting with inking techniques and stuff. So I'm really enjoying this era. There's a Star Queen from another story that I missed out on. She looks very much like Starfire in a way, just like the purple metal aspects of her uniform and sort of like I don't know, so I kind of appreciated that. And she's almost orangish, right? So I felt like it was kind of a loving nod to Starfire, but I'm not 100% sure. This Bloodbath is a great Eric Larson monster for sure. Very Kirby inspired. So we have the subplot of Maxine, who she's trying to bring a lawsuit or something, a complaint against Mickey Mouse for essaying her, which he totally did, which is such a crazy subplot. But it's so interesting. This character, this storyline, she's very, like, sex positive, and I feel like there's a lot of that kind of messaging, but it's so extreme because, and I don't know what the culmination of this is. Is she in therapy or is this a complaint? I don't know. I wish she was in therapy. That would be, like, such a fun thing to, like, have her explore all this and talk about her feelings. It's actually, like, a fascinating part of it. But as you can see, and I like to point out the great use of Zipatone to cover the crotch area here. I couldn't help but reminded of like the early aughts when all the young starlets were getting DUIs and getting their crotches like photographed unbeknownst to them. That kind of feels like that right here. So she's complaining about being attacked by Mickey Mouse, but she's like, and I was naked, but a lot of people were, and just because I was naked isn't an invitation. My body, my choice, blah, 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 whatever. So there's that. And then you have Captain Tootsie, who's like a public domain character, who's a prominent character in the Savage Dragon universe, with Angel. Love the design of this costume here. Love the bombastic. Like, I just love, this is what I love about, like, Eric Larson's fun comic books. It's like, you do not have to wait for the action to start. You're always hitting the ground running, and the dialogue is, like, whippy and snappy, and I don't know, there's just always crazy fun new characters. And then you have, of course, the weird sex element, which, I don't know, it's, like, I feel like time will tell. Like, it's so interesting because it's really so much of a straight up superhero comic book, but it's really just not for kids. You know what I mean? I'm really surprised that it doesn't come with a mature reader's label. Not that it has to, but I mean, for anyone thinking that this is like just a casual superhero comic book and then you have like, you know, full on labia dripping, you know, for pages, it might be surprising to some readers, right? And you can always see the lips of the characters, which I don't have a problem with that. I just want to see the bulges in the men. Like, let's get a complete outline of, what's his name? Oh my God. Malcolm's peen, if we're going to have the lips. Okay, lip service. How do you like that? Interesting, right? But I feel like it's worth mentioning because it's very, you know, it's like, it almost takes you out in a way. Like, I'll be reading and it's like this straight up superhero adventure, and then suddenly somebody's naked and secreting or something. But, you know, I'm fine with it. I mean, it's always been here. It's just an interesting aspect of the dragon universe, right? Like I said, love this character. It was such a great, fun plot point. Like, Bloodbath is like trying to preserve this virgin queen or whatever. And she's like, whatever, I'm going to screw the AIM agent and defile myself. So I'm of no good to you. And she takes him to her other magic realm. I hope we see more of this. This is so great. Like, this random, like, lackey impregnating this, like, alien queen. What could go wrong, right? I'm sure. Anyway, so definitely want to see what's happening. See, this is weird, the madness of Maxine. Like, she is such a, like, it's sex positivity, but she's straight up a sex addict. I mean, her husband's in the hospital after just having the shit beat out of him. And she's like, it's my birthday, so I'm going to ride you while tweaking my nipples to within an inch of my life while you're on life support. Smump, smup, smup, squid. Interesting, right? That is a great onomatopoeia, though. That, honestly. And once again, look how beautiful the colors are. I really love the colors on Savage Dragon. So good. So anyway, I feel we need to get to the root of this. It's weird because Malcolm is very accepting of it, but he doesn't seem as, like, kinky or perverted as she is. And I shouldn't say perverted because whatever, I'm not trying to shame her. It's just her libido is, like, out of control. Anyway, greatest, letters page in comics. Thank you so much, EL, for keeping it going. Fun backup stories. Let's see, who did this? Jonathan D. Henry. I really love that Eric includes, like, up-and-coming indie cartoonists and for backups and pinups and even, like, an alternate cover. Like, what the hell? That's crazy. Oh, my God, Misi Mo. I didn't even see this when I read this yesterday. Christian Misi, you must be so excited to have your dope-ass pinup in Savage Dragon. It looks so cool. I love it so much. Traditional dragon. Misi, of course, I work with often on my Big Bang book, my Elementals book, and hopefully whatever I do. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. That totally made my day. I love that. Christian J. Misi, if you know, you know. He's like an amazing artist, cartoonist, caricaturist, and all around swell guy. So happy to see that. Anyway, so cool, so fun, so great. The Savage Dragon, number 273, y'all. Pick it up today. It is basically like, if you know, you know, like, you have to almost subscription level get this book, but I love when I see it on the stands, and it's still a great book. And we're still chugging along. We got a ways to go before issue 300, y'all. And like Eric Larson just said, it doesn't end there. Anyway, and my reviews don't end here either. So subscribe, MFers, to the MFT experience. Hit like, and I will bring you more soon.